Have you ever stopped to think that the last digit of your birth year could be a secret key to understanding your journey? It's not a coincidence that you were born exactly in that year, on that day, at that moment. In Buddhist philosophy, we believe that every aspect of our existence has a profound meaning, and numbers are no exception. They are portals, bridges that connect the physical to the spiritual, influencing your behavior, choices, and even your greatest challenges. And what you may not know is that this simple final number carries a powerful energy, capable of guiding your life toward paths of self-discovery and transformation. Now, you might be wondering, how can a number impact my life so much? It's not magic, it's wisdom, ancient wisdom that teaches us that everything is interconnected, and even the smallest details have a purpose. The final number of your birth year could be bringing to light aspects of your personality that you didn't even know existed, revealing hidden forces or challenges that you need to overcome. This number, far from being a mere coincidence, might be the map to a more authentic version of yourself. And the best part, you can use this information to align your life more intentionally, just as Buddhist teachings show us. When you understand your own energies, you become capable of living with greater harmony and balance. This is the moment when you start to understand what the last digit of your birth year really means. It might be what's missing for you to reach a new level of consciousness, connection with yourself, and the world around you. Are you ready to embark on this journey of self-knowledge and spiritual awakening? Then stay tuned. You are about to discover something that could change your life forever. The spiritual power of numbers. Since ancient times, numbers have been seen as more than mere mathematical tools. In various spiritual traditions, including Buddhist philosophy, it is believed that each number carries a unique vibration, connecting the physical world to the spiritual. It's no coincidence that certain number sequences appear repeatedly in a person's life. They're not there by accident. They are signs, portals that reveal profound lessons about who we are and the path we're walking. Each number has its own energy, influencing not only destiny but also the way we deal with challenges and opportunities. If someone feels often trapped in repetitive patterns, maybe it's time to look at the numbers around them. Numerology, when applied correctly, can serve as a compass, guiding choices and awakening self-awareness. In Buddhism, this idea reflects the understanding that everything is interconnected, and recognizing the signs around us can help us live more wisely. Imagine someone who always encounters the number 8 in their life. In their birth date, in documents, in phone numbers. This number resonates with power and achievement, but it also brings the challenge of balancing the material world with the spiritual. By recognizing this influence, this person can become more conscious of their decisions, seeking not only external success but also inner growth. And that's exactly what Buddhist philosophy teaches: balance, harmony, and the importance of looking beyond what the eyes can see. Meanings of the last digits of the birth year. Each last digit of the birth year carries a unique energy, influencing aspects of your material, emotional, and spiritual life. These energies can be interpreted in various ways, depending on how you connect with them. Here, we will explore each number in more detail, with practical examples and reflections aligned with Buddhist philosophy to help you understand how these numbers shape your journey. Number 0. The number 0 symbolizes emptiness, infinite potential, and renewal. For those with the number 0, there is a connection to the cycles of new beginnings, as if life is constantly renewed. However, this can also be a source of frustration, as the tendency to fall into repetitive cycles may manifest. Buddhism teaches us about impermanence and how we can embrace new beginnings without fear of emptiness. If you have the number 0, it's important to reflect on where you can break repetitive patterns in your life. A helpful practice is the released meditation, where you allow yourself to let go of old thoughts and emotions, creating space for renewal. Number 1. With the number 1, you are natural in leadership, initiative, and independence. Your destiny may be marked by the search for new paths, by creating something unique. But, as Buddhism teaches about the importance of the non-self, you must learn to balance your independence with collaboration. The ego, which is strong in the number 1, can become an obstacle if not controlled. The practice of humility, emphasized by Buddhism, can help soften this energy and allow you to connect more deeply with others. A useful exercise for those with the number 1 is the practice of active listening, especially in leadership situations, to recognize that true power lies in connecting with those around you. Number 2. The number 2 is the number of harmony, duality, and mediation. If you have this number, you likely constantly seek balance but may find it difficult to assert your own desires. Buddhism teaches us about the importance of balancing love for others with love for oneself. If you lose yourself in pleasing others, the number 2 may be inviting you to start listening to yourself more and practicing self-care. The internal balance meditation can be helpful, assisting you in realizing when you are sacrificing too much and when you need to prioritize yourself. Number 3. With the number 3, the energy is creative, expressive, and full of joy. You may have a natural talent for the arts or for communicating in an engaging way. However, the number 3 also brings the challenge of easily getting distracted, lacking focus to finish what you started. Buddhism teaches us that the practice of being present is essential. For someone with the number 3, it may be helpful to incorporate mindfulness practices to increase concentration and focus, such as meditation focused on a single object or sound. This practice can help channel creative energy more effectively, completing projects with more consistency. Number 4. The number 4 is related to stability, structure, and discipline. People with this number often lead organized, practical lives. However, the rigidity of the number 4's energy can be an obstacle when you refuse to accept change. Buddhism teaches us the importance of flexibility and adaptation. Practices such as yogas or non-resistance meditation can be helpful for those with the number 4, fostering a sense of security without the need for absolute control. Here, the key is to balance the pursuit of stability with acceptance of life's transformations. Number 5. Freedom, adventure, and the pursuit of new experiences are at the core of the number 5's energy. You may be someone who constantly seeks change and novelty. However, the challenge of the number 5 is a lack of commitment and stability. Buddhism, with its practice of accepting the present moment, teaches the importance of finding peace in the here and now. For someone with the number 5, it may be helpful to practice full presence meditation, to learn to commit more deeply to situations without feeling the need to escape them. Number 6. With the number 6, the energy is focused on compassion, care, and the pursuit of harmony in relationships. If you have the number 6, you may feel called to care for others but also may lose yourself in excessive care and forget about yourself. Buddhism teaches that true care begins with self-care. To balance the energy of the number 6, an important practice is self-compassion meditation. This exercise helps strengthen the connection with yourself, allowing you to care for others in a more balanced way. Number 7. The number 7 is deep, introspective, and spiritual. People with this number are often in search of wisdom and deeper understanding. However, the tendency to withdraw from the material world may cause disconnection from reality. Buddhism, with its teachings about the middle way, suggests that spirituality doesn't have to be an escape from reality. For those with the number 7, it is essential to find ways to integrate your spiritual quest with daily life. Present reality meditation can be a helpful practice to balance this search with the need to live in the here and now. Number 8. The number 8 is associated with power, success, and material achievements. If you have this number, you may be someone who strives to achieve great accomplishments. However, it is crucial to remember that true success also involves spiritual balance. Buddhism teaches that the pursuit of power should not overshadow the search for inner peace. A useful practice for those with the number 7 is conscious abundance meditation, which can help you connect with your own ability to create wealth without losing touch with the spiritual. Number 9. The number 9 is associated with completion, altruism, and humanitarianism. People with this number often feel called to help others and make a difference in the world. However, the great challenge is avoiding excessive self-sacrifice. Buddhism teaches about the balance between giving and receiving, and how, to help others effectively, you also need to take care of yourself. An important practice for those with the number 9 is balance of giving meditation, to learn to contribute to others without depleting your own life energy. Applying numerology to personal growth. When you begin to understand the influence that numbers can have on your life, a powerful opportunity for personal growth emerges. Each number carries a unique energy that can be worked with to help unlock your potential and handle challenges better. Numerology is not just a tool for self-awareness, but also a compass to guide your actions and decisions, especially when paired with Buddhist philosophy, which teaches the interconnectedness of all aspects of life. Recognizing patterns and challenges linked to your number. When you know your number and the energies it carries, you begin to notice patterns that repeat in your life. For example, if your final number is 4, you may realize that you always seek stability and control, but at the same time, you feel uncomfortable with change. Buddhism speaks about impermanence and the need to adapt to life's changes. Identifying these tendencies can help adjust your attitudes to seek more balance. A simple practice, like letting go meditation, can be a way to help release the fear of change and embrace impermanence more fluidly. Aligning with the energy of your number. Each number has an energetic pattern that can be a key to more intentional decisions. For example, people with the number 3, who possess great creative potential, can benefit from practices that help focus this creativity productively. Buddhism teaches the importance of focusing on the present moment, without distractions. For people with this number, a good practice would be to dedicate time to daily mindfulness rituals. It could be as simple as spending 10 minutes in the morning writing or drawing, without rushing to finish, simply to connect with the creative flow. Spiritual practices to strengthen your number. If you have a number that represents the quest for wisdom, like the number 7, deep meditation will be your ally. The practice of Zazen meditation, for example, is an excellent way to calm the mind and seek answers within yourself. However, it's also crucial not to lose touch with reality. Buddhism teaches that true wisdom comes from a balanced understanding between the inner and outer worlds. To strengthen this energy, you can combine meditation with action-oriented practices, such as charity or community service, to bring the wisdom of the number 7 into the physical world in a practical and transformative way. Harmonizing energy through spiritual practices. Numerology is not something that should only be understood intellectually. It needs to be integrated into your being, your body, and your daily practice. Spiritual practices have the power to harmonize your energy, aligning you with the influences of your number. Whether through meditation, visualization, or mantras, these tools can amplify the positive aspects of your energy and balance its challenges. Buddhism, with its focus on cultivating the mind and spirit, offers practices that help strengthen the connection with numbers and live more consciously. Meditation as an alignment tool. Meditation is one of the most powerful spiritual practices to align with your number's energy. If you have a number like 7, which is deeply connected to spirituality and introspection, meditation is key to unlocking inner wisdom. The practice of Zazen meditation, which focuses on silence and observing the mind, can be especially useful. As you practice meditation, you begin to notice how the energy of the number 7 manifests, whether in your search for deeper answers or in the desire to detach from reality. The secret is balancing these aspects with a constant practice of being present in the moment. Visualization to reinforce your energy. Another powerful practice is visualization. If you have a number like 5, which is associated with freedom and adventure, visualization can be a way to connect with the energy of change without falling into distraction. You can visualize yourself in challenging situations, overcoming obstacles with confidence and clarity. Visualization, besides being a practice of connecting with your number's energy, also helps prepare your mind for the choices you wish to make. Visualize the outcomes of your actions and how you can balance your freedom with the necessary commitments, as Buddhist philosophy suggests, by seeking the middle way. Mantras as spiritual reinforcement. The use of mantras is also an excellent way to harmonize the energy of your number. If you have the number 8, related to power and material success, a mantra focusing on integrating spirituality with materiality can be helpful. An example would be the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, which is central in Tibetan Buddhism. This mantra brings balance between the pursuit of material success and spiritual development. Repeating mantras can be a way of mental purification and aligning with the energies of the number 8, allowing you to achieve success without losing touch with your inner self and others. Mantras and alignment practices with your number. Now that we've explored how numbers influence our lives and how spiritual practices can help strengthen and balance this energy, it's time to talk about one of the most powerful tools we have to align our mind and spirit with: numbers. Mantras. Mantras are words or phrases that, when repeated, create a specific energetic vibration capable of affecting our vibrational field. Each number has its own mantra that can intensify its positive qualities and reduce the challenges it brings. The power of mantras for each number. For example, the number 1, which is associated with leadership and initiative, can benefit from a mantra that inspires confidence and clarity of action. A good example would be the mantra, "I am confident, I am capable." By repeating this mantra, you reinforce your ability to make decisions with courage and the certainty that you're on the right path. In Buddhism, the repetition of sacred words has the power to elevate the mind to higher levels of consciousness. In this way, using specific mantras for each number allows you to anchor these energies into your life consciously. Adapting mantras to your reality. The practice of mantras can be adapted to any situation in life. If the number 2 is present, bringing with it the energy of harmony and duality, the mantra "I balance my desires with others" can be very useful. This will help you recognize the need to find balance between your own desires and living harmoniously with others. In decision-making moments, especially when there's a dilemma between what you want and what others expect, this mantra can bring clarity. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes that the path to harmony passes through understanding others, something the number 2 can deeply resonate with. Daily mantra practices for spiritual integration. Finally, practicing mantras daily is an excellent way to integrate the wisdom of numerology and Buddhist philosophy into everyday life. For numbers like 9, which carry the energy of altruism and humanitarianism, the mantra "I give freely, I receive abundantly" can help you connect with the energy of generosity and compassion without falling into excessive self-sacrifice. This mantra practice can be done at any time of the day, but if performed right after waking up or before going to sleep, it can be especially transformative, creating a routine of spiritual alignment that will resonate throughout the day. Integrating numerology and daily practices. As you deepen your understanding of numerology and begin to recognize how numbers influence your actions and decisions, the next step is to integrate these discoveries into your daily life. It's not just about knowing your number and its meanings, but using this understanding to make more conscious decisions, improve your well-being, and live more aligned with your true self. Daily practices are crucial in this process, as they consolidate what you've learned and transform knowledge into action. How to apply numerology in your daily routine. One of the first steps to integrating numerology is to start observing how numbers appear in the small things of your day. If the number 4, which is associated with stability, frequently appears in your life, look for ways to create more structure and discipline in your daily routine. This could be through a more rigorous schedule, whether for work, study, or personal care. Buddhist philosophy teaches that discipline is necessary to achieve inner peace. So, align your number 4 with practices of organization and focus, but remember that rigidity should not transform into resistance to change, as the world is always in flux. Spiritual practices in daily life. The integration of mantras and meditation doesn't need to be something separate from your everyday life. On the contrary, it can fit in a fluid way. If you have the number 5, which is linked to freedom and adaptability, you can incorporate meditation as a moment of mental freedom. For example, while taking a walk outdoors, you can practice mindfulness meditation, focusing on the sound of your footsteps and your breathing, connecting with the present. Buddhism teaches that spiritual practices don't need to be something that happens only in a temple or in isolated moments, but something that permeates all your daily actions. Using numbers to make more conscious decisions. When it comes to important decisions, the number of each person can offer valuable guidance. For instance, if you're going through a time of uncertainty and your final number is 6, which is related to care and harmony, the best decision might be to dedicate more time to family or to self-care. By applying Buddhist philosophy of balance, you might consider the need to nurture your relationships and seek inner peace before making big decisions. Use numbers as a guide to find your path, without rushing, respecting the time each moment demands. Deepening knowledge and practice. As you continue applying the teachings of numerology and spiritual practices over time, It's important to remember that learning is never complete. Numerology offers a continuous journey of self-discovery and transformation, and the Buddhist path also teaches us that spiritual growth is an endless process. When you start to experience the impact of the energies of numbers and spiritual practices in your life, a new level of understanding opens up. However, the most important thing is not to stop delving deeper, but to continue expanding your perception and alignment with the forces that shape your reality. Continuous study and spiritual expansion practices. When you begin to realize how numerology can influence your life, it's essential to continue studying the meanings of the numbers and how they relate to the cycles of life. The number 9, for example, which speaks of completeness and humanitarianism, may be an energy that needs to be explored not only through mantras but also through studies of Buddhist philosophy, which teaches detachment and altruism. The practice of studying not only numerology but also Buddhist texts like the Dhammapada can deepen your understanding of the universal principles governing numbers and life. Buddhist philosophy also teaches that knowledge shouldn't be purely intellectual but lived in daily practice, cultivating an open mind for new discoveries. An important part of this journey is keeping an open mind for new discoveries. If you're going through a moment of doubt, and your final number is 7, for example, you can use this moment of introspection to dive deeper into the study of Buddhist sutras, which offer profound insights into the meaning of life. Don't be afraid to explore new spiritual practices and challenge your beliefs to allow for continuous growth. Buddhism teaches us to be mindful of impermanence and constant change, so be open to the teachings and practices that arise along the way. Expanding your practice with the integration of numbers. Finally, as you become more comfortable with using numerology, you can begin to integrate different numbers to maximize your personal growth. For instance, if you have a number like 8, which brings power and success, you can start learning about leadership practices, but you should also integrate the number 2 to ensure you don't lose sight of the importance of relationships and collaboration. The energies of numbers can be complementary, and by integrating more than one number, you create a balance that accelerates your development process. We have reached the end of this journey of discoveries about the meanings of numbers and how their energies can profoundly shape our lives. As you begin applying these spiritual and numerical practices into your daily life, remember that there is no single right way to integrate these teachings. What's important is allowing yourself to experiment, practice, and, above all, be conscious of your own path. By harmonizing your life with the energies of numbers and spiritual practices, you will not only gain a deeper understanding of yourself but also of the invisible forces that influence your decisions and your evolution. Now, how about putting all of this into practice? Start observing the numbers around you, apply the mantras and meditations that resonate most with your energy, and see how it can transform your life. Remember, the path of self-discovery is continuous, and the more you practice, the clearer and more powerful it becomes. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep learning and deepening your knowledge of numerology, Buddhist philosophy, and how you can use these practices to achieve balance and harmony in your life.